Dear friends, I hope you're all doing well. There are these two guys, Bernie and Saul, and they're out to dinner with their wives. And Bernie turns to Saul and he says, Saul, I've been going to this memory clinic lately, and it's amazing. They do all these exercises and all these programs, and they help you remember, and it's been fantastic. And so Saul says, that sounds amazing. I could really use that. Tell me, what was the name of the clinic? So Bernie says, Saul, what's the name of that green thing? It's like got a long green stem and there's leaves on the side, and at the end there's kind of this red flowery thing. So Saul says, I don't know, a rose? So Bernie's like, yeah, that's right. And he turns to his wife and he says, Rose, what was the name of the memory clinic? We're often forgetting those things that are most important to us. In 1936, the Peel Commission questioned David Ben-Gurion. Then he was the head of the Jewish Agency, and they wanted to ask him about what are the Jewish rights to the land of Israel. And he says, I want to tell you something. About 300 years ago, the Mayflower set out from England with some disgruntled Englishmen and went to America, and in order to establish a new colony over there. Can you tell me any Englishman or even American who knows the date that the Mayflower left, or even landed? Most people couldn't even tell you when they landed. 3,300 years ago, more than that, the Jewish people left for Egypt. And not only do we know the date that they left, but we know what they were wearing, and we know what they ate, and we know the route that they took. We know the ins and the outs, and every single year, we don't just remember what it was that happened so long ago, but rather the Jewish people relive that experience. They relive the experience. Rav Kook relates this to the commandment in this week's Parsha to remember the day that we left and when we went to Egypt. He says, it says Zachor. It doesn't say Zichor, which means to remember. It says Zachor, which means you must remember, you will remember. Because the truth is, the leaving of Egypt is not just a memory that we have. The leaving of Egypt is bound up with the souls of the Jewish people. It is who we are. We don't have to just remember it. Rather, the process of being Jewish is to connect to that place of leaving Egypt, connect to that place of being freed from our bonds. This is what makes the Jewish people who we are. We're forever connected to Yetziat Mitzrayim, to leaving Egypt. We're forever connected to the land of Israel. So please, God, let's not just remember those things that are most important to us. Let's connect as deeply within who we are to those things, to understand that they're part of who we are. They're not just a memory. They are who we are. Shabbat Shalom.